Let us work through this carefully from the beginning, because the picture may look complicated, but the actual idea is built from a few right triangles and the Pythagorean theorem. We have two larger circles resting on the same straight horizontal line with a smaller shaded circle fitted between them. The left circle has radius 3 units, the right circle has radius 5 units, and the smaller shaded circle has an unknown radius, which we will call r. The smaller circle touches both larger circles and also touches the horizontal line, and our job is to find r. So let us begin on the left side. We connect the center of the left circle to the center of the smaller shaded circle. Now, here is an important fact to remember. Whenever two circles touch each other externally, the distance between their centers is exactly the sum of their radii. The left circle has radius 3 and the small circle has radius r. So the distance between their centers is r plus 3. Next, imagine the perpendicular distance between the two centers. Because both circles are sitting on the same horizontal line, their center heights are determined directly by their radii. The center of the large left circle is 3 units above the line, while the center of the small circle is r units above the line. Therefore, the vertical difference between their centers is 3 minus r. Let the horizontal distance between these two centers be x. We now have a right triangle, so this is the perfect moment to use the Pythagorean theorem. Remember, for a right triangle, the square of one leg plus the square of the other leg equals the square of the hypotenuse. So we write x squared plus the quantity 3 minus r whole squared equals the quantity r plus 3 whole squared. Now let's expand this carefully. The quantity 3 minus r whole squared gives us 9 minus 6, r plus r squared. On the other side, the quantity r plus 3 whole squared gives us r squared plus 6, r plus 9. Therefore, our equation becomes x squared plus 9 minus 6, r plus r squared equals r squared plus 6, r plus 9. Now notice what happens when we simplify. There is an r squared on both sides, so those cancel. There is also a 9 on both sides, so those cancel as well. We are left with x squared minus 6r equals 6r. Add 6r to both sides and we get x squared equals 12r. This is a very useful result because now we know the horizontal distance x in terms of the unknown radius r. Taking the positive square root, since a distance cannot be negative, we get x equals the square root of 12r. We can rewrite this as x equals 2, multiplied by the square root of 3r. So keep that result in mind. X equals 2, multiplied by the square root of 3r. Now let's move to the right side and repeat the same idea. Connect the center of the smaller shaded circle to the center of the right circle. The right circle has a radius 5, and the small circle has a radius r. Since the two circles touch, the distance between their centers must be r plus 5. Again, because both circles touch the same horizontal line, the center of the large circle is 5 units above the line, while the center of the small circle is r units above the line. Therefore, the vertical difference between their centers is 5 minus r. Let the horizontal distance between these two centers be y. Once again, we have a right triangle, so by the Pythagorean theorem, y squared plus the quantity 5 minus r whole squared equals the quantity r plus 5 whole squared. Let's expand both sides. The quantity 5 minus r whole squared becomes 25 minus 10 r plus r squared. The quantity r plus 5 whole squared becomes r squared plus 10r plus 25. Therefore, we have y squared plus 25 minus 10 r plus r squared equals r squared plus 10r plus 25. Now pay attention to the cancellation. The r squared terms disappear from both sides, and the 25 terms disappear as well. That leaves us with y squared minus 10r equals 10r. Add 10r to both sides, and we obtain y squared equals 20r. Taking the positive square root gives y equals the square root of 20r, which can be written as 2 multiplied by the square root of 5r. So now we have both horizontal distances. From the left side, x equals 2 multiplied by the square root of 3r, and from the right side, y equals 2 multiplied by the square root of 5r. Now, we need to connect these two results. Look at the two large circles. Their radii are 3 and 5. Since their centers lie 3 units and 5 units above the same horizontal line, the vertical difference between their centers is 5 minus 3, which is 2 units. Also, because the two large circles are positioned so that their center-to-center horizontal and vertical differences form a right triangle, the distance between their centers is the sum of their radii, which is 3 plus 5, giving us 8 units. The total horizontal distance between the two large circle centers is x plus y, because the small circle lies between them. So now we can form one larger right triangle. Its horizontal leg is x plus y, its vertical leg is 2, and its hypotenuse is 8. Applying the Pythagorean theorem, we get x plus y whole squared plus 2 squared equals 8 squared. 2 squared is 4, and 8 squared is 64. So we have x plus y whole squared plus 4 equals 64. Subtract 4 from both sides and we get x plus y whole squared equals 60. Now we substitute the expressions we found earlier for x and y. Remember, x is 2 multiplied by the square root of 3r, and y is 2 multiplied by the square root of 5r. So we get 2 multiplied by the square root of 3r plus 2 multiplied by the square root of 5r whole squared equals 60. We can factor out the common 2 from the expression inside the square. That gives us 2 multiplied by the quantity square root of 3r plus square root of 5r whole squared equals 60. Now, when the entire quantity is squared, the factor 2 also gets squared. So we have 4 multiplied by the quantity square root of 3r plus square root of 5r whole squared equals 60. Divide both sides by 4, and 60 divided by 4 is 15. Therefore, the quantity square root of 3r plus square root of 5r whole squared equals 15. Now we expand this square. The square of the first term gives 3r. The square of the second term gives 5r. The middle term comes from 2 multiplied by the first term multiplied by the second term. So we get 3r plus 5r plus 2 multiplied by the square root of 15r squared equals 15. Since r represents a radius, it is positive, so the square root of r squared is simply r. Therefore, the square root of 15r squared becomes r multiplied by the square root of 15. Our equation becomes 3r plus 5r plus 2r multiplied by the square root of 15 equals 15. Combine the first two terms because 3r plus 5r is 8r. So we have 8 r plus 2r multiplied by the square root of 15 equals 15. Now, r is a common factor in both terms, so factor it out. We get r multiplied by the quantity 8 plus 2 multiplied by the square root of 15 equals 15. At this point, we simply need to isolate r. Divide both sides by 8 plus 2 multiplied by the square root of 15. Therefore, r equals 15 divided by the quantity 8 plus 2 multiplied by the square root of 15. We can simplify the denominator by factoring out 2, giving r equals 15 divided by 2, multiplied by the quantity 4 plus the square root of 15. Now we want to remove the square root from the denominator, so we rationalize it. We multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of 4 plus the square root of 15, which is 4 minus the square root of 15. So, r becomes 15 multiplied by the quantity 4 minus the square root of 15, divided by 2 multiplied by the quantity 4 plus the square root of 15, multiplied by the quantity 4 minus the square root of 15. Now notice the denominator contains a difference of 2 squares. 4 squared is 16. And the square root of 15 squared is 15, so the denominator becomes 2, multiplied by the quantity 16 minus 15, which is simply 2 multiplied by 1, giving 2. Therefore, r equals 15 multiplied by the quantity 4 minus the square root of 15 divided by 2. If we distribute the 15 in the numerator, 15 multiplied by 4 gives 60. And 15 multiplied by the square root of 15 gives 15 multiplied by the square root of 15. So the exact answer is r equals the quantity 60 minus 15 multiplied by the square root of 15, all divided by 2. Now let's check the approximate value, because this is a good habit whenever we solve a geometry problem. The square root of 15 is approximately 3.87. 15 multiplied by 3.87 is approximately 58.05, and 60 minus. That is about 1.95. Dividing by 2 gives approximately 0.97. And using the more accurate value of the square root of 15 gives approximately 0.95. So the radius of the smaller shaded region circle is about 0.95 units.